sorry. I totally didn't notice you there. Hi, I'm Artsy Ray, and today something very exciting happened. Someone made an art of me, Ray, Artsy Ray. But seriously, a huge shout out to Abby, aka Humble Pirate, aka Ingrid Liston. They did a speed drawing of me and it's posted on their channel and it's absolutely wonderful. Please go check it out. Check out their channel. They're absolutely the most amazing person, so talented, and I will never be that artistically talented, and I apologize for this. Back to Artistic Ray. Yeah, so I was inspired to do my own art. I will actually try to attempt to do a drawing of Abby in the future, but that is not what is happening right now. So I wanted to share some of my artistic processes, and tips to everybody who might want to be more artsy, like Artsy Ray. First step, be artsy. Yeah. Second step, if you don't have freckles, it's okay, you can draw them on. So I haven't done an art in a while. Before I try to do any serious art of any actual people, I have to warm up, obviously. I mean, oh my god, what do you think I am? Next step to being artsy, you have to very carefully prepare your artsy beverages. Okay, next step, now that we have our beverage, it is time to start the art. Now, you want to gather your supplies. I like to be kind of like avant-garde, hipster about my art. You know, you don't want to be too stuck up about anything. So I like to use the top of a Sterilite container as a painting, as a place to put all your paints when you do your painting. This is a painting art, by the way. And it's totally not because I don't have a palette or anything else better to use, or that I'm too lazy. I just think it adds to the experience. Yeah. Next, you're gonna get your paints that you own and totally didn't borrow from your friend because you don't own any paints. I have a red, a blue, oh my god, I almost dropped it. A yellow and a brown. Now that you have your paints, you want something to apply your paints with. I don't particularly like using paintbrushes, and it's totally not because I don't own any paintbrushes. Come on, you guys. I'm an artist. I'm Artsy Ray. I know what I'm doing. Duh. I either like to use my fingers or I like to use a special throwaway applicator that totally isn't... It's for painting. Okay, now that we have that, we need the canvas. And if you're like me, you don't like using actual canvases or paper that was meant for painting because that's too easy and simple, and it's not because you don't own any of that. So I have this sketch diary, and this paper wasn't meant for acrylic paints, but we're kind of badasses, so we're gonna color outside the lines on that. You can either start by drawing a couple things in like pencil or colored pencil or charcoal pencil or ink pencil, permanent markers. I like the off-brand Sharpies that you can get at the Dollar Tree. And it's totally not because I can't afford normal Sharpies. So I found this permanent pencil. I've heard it called a pen before. If you would rather call it a pen, that's fine, but it's a little less artistic. You could go in with blue, green, black, or red, and I already pushed down red for some reason, so we're gonna go with that. So I don't know what I would like to paint. Sometimes you just gotta go into things without a plan, and it'll work out. So I'm just gonna start by drawing some by drawing some shapes. If you see, I have two, ovals. Some may say imperfect circles, because you don't want a perfect circle, because that's boring. So, that. Do some, lines. Do some squigglies. as the base of the tree. Well, you know, like the foundational base, not the actual base, but like the metaphorical base of the drawing. Oh my god, have you guys heard Taylor's new song? You know, Look What I Did, or yep, that one. It's I really like it. You know, it's so badass, and it's not insulting at all to listen to. You know, I really like how the chorus has such a nice strong melody, and how like she combines very dramatic, overused, some might almost say cliche, but she's Taylor, so it's like she can't, when she uses cliche, it's like artistic, you know? It's almost like it's subverting the cliche with her using it, as opposed to like Kanye West or Kendrick or something like. Yeah, I really like how she mixes in, you know, deep dramatic metaphor with simple statements. I think it really keeps the listener on their toes and doesn't insult their intelligence at all. Yeah, I'm still doing the squigglies. This is how it looks so far. Now I'm just gonna do some more of those, you know, lines. Now that we have our, you know, sketch, some might say, we are going to start painting. I'm gonna get my applicator, and I think we're gonna start with brown because it's almost like black, but it's a little more original. I'm just gonna put that, don't worry about like shaking or making sure paints are okay. I totally know how to use acrylic colors the right way. Oh, and if you wanna, I did that on purpose. If you want to put a little of your special beverage, your special artsy beverage into the paint, then it actually, yeah, I'm just gonna absorb that with the applicator. That's a good thing about these brands of applicators that I use. They're very absorbent. We have this. It's loaded in brown paint, and we're just gonna go in there. As you can see, I'm starting with the trunk of the tree, because you know you have to have a strong foundation. This time I am speaking physically and not in, you know, the metaphors as us artsy people tend to do. Not using too much technique yet, because we just want to get the base down, the foundation. That time it is a metaphor. Here we go. Almost done the trunk. So I am starting to you know, make the edges blurry or whatever that's called. You know, I don't like using the technical terms because I don't want to confuse anybody. And sometimes parts of the applicator will come off. That is totally normal. It's nothing to be worried about. Sometimes I just use too much force with these. So yeah, that's what that looks like so far. I think we can move on to another color, and I think I want to make a green. And everybody knows that you get green by mixing blue, and we're just gonna experiment and see what happens. So this time I think I actually am gonna go in with my finger because the applicator is a little, it needs time to rest right now after it's just been heavily used. I didn't want to go for the like super applicator. This is just a regular applicator, so you know, I was like, I'm not doing like that intense of a project. Why would I get the super one, you know? So I'm gonna go in there and mix the acrylic. I totally meant to use too much blue because I kind of wanted the tree to look a little not quite the right green. It's an artistic choice. Yeah, so now that I have that, I'm gonna start going in and putting the leaves on the tree. Yeah. I'm just gonna dab that in there, you know, dabbing. One of those horrible activities that people think is okay, but you know, it's a problem. It's a real epidemic, and it's not like there are more important things to worry about in the world, like Trump starting a nuclear war, or Trump selling out America to Russia, or Trump doing anything else that he's doing currently, Mike Pence being Mike Pence, Is Betsy DeVos still our Secretary of Education? You know how the saying goes with Betsy DeVos. Let me educate ya, and I ain't talking book. So I'm almost done putting in the green of the leaves. Just kind of, you know, as I said before, dabbing it in. Horrible thing going on in America. I'm gonna go a little bit over the tree trunk, like that, to make it look more, you know, more not retarded. That's not toxic, right? These aren't toxic, right? I totally checked beforehand, don't worry. Okay, now for the background, we're moving on to almost the last step. This is what our art looks like so far. I'm sorry if it's a little rough. I think it's pretty good for what it is. You know, I am going to take the blue and I'm going to mix it with the red. And this time I am going to use the applicator because I think the brown has dried from it. So we don't have to worry about the browns mixing. And if it does mix a little bit, that's fine. There's nothing wrong with that at all. And if the color is way darker than you meant it to be, just say that you meant it to be that color. And I actually did mean for it to be this dark. We're just going to, like we did with the finger, dab. So you just want to, it's all in the wrist. You don't want to use like your whole arm because then it might become too heavy on the canvas, and you don't want to overwhelm the canvas with pressure. Because you never know what might happen if you like put too much pressure on the canvas. I mean, you don't know what's on the other side of a canvas. I mean, who does know? I mean, there's no way of knowing. Science hasn't figured that out yet. I'm gonna mix in all 4 colors, and that'll be the rest of the canvas. So I'm gonna mix that all together. It totally isn't too much paint. Oh, that's so nice. That's such a, you know, you really want to go for that like deep maroon vomity color because, you know, it's a symbol for back to school. So I'm just gonna go in and dab that in at the bottom, and you know what, it kind of looks like that's the ground and the purple is the sky, because I'm not very into the blending and the shading, you know. I'm more of a natural person. I don't want to put too much work and retouching into the painting because then it just looks fake. So we want to keep those colors natural and not blend them too much. If you want to make genuine art, then that's just what you have to do. And there are people that'll disagree with you and call you stupid or uneducated, other, you know, not nice phrases, but you know, it's all for the art. Another step to being more artsy, just walk around. You don't even, if some days you don't have time to do art, or you don't particularly like doing art, you just need like maybe just one thing of paint. Like it doesn't even have to be this big. It can be a little smaller. And what you're gonna do is when you wake up, before you go out, you dab a little paint all over your hands, so that way it looks like you've been working on art all morning. Yeah, now that we have our finished art, what we are going to do, it's mostly dry, some of the areas. Now we could do some more retouching, maybe add a little more detail, but since this is just like a warm-up piece to get me back into, you know, creating and being artistic, I'm just gonna leave it like this. So in order to preserve our art properly, we have to use a setting spray. Now I like to use Bedhead Mini Hardhead aerosol hairspray because every time I smell it, it just reminds me of the environment. So you just want to amply spray that on. Okay, and then you would let that dry, of course. Because this is sketch paper, it's very soggy, it's getting wrinkly, but that only adds to the artistic integrity of the work. The paper will harden and become stronger than it was before. you soaked it in chemicals. Yeah, once this dries, I will have an art, and yeah, I mean, it's just a typical day in the life of Artsy Ray, really. I mean, oh my god, I still have a whole lot of my beverage left. When you're done, for cleanup, you'll probably want to throw out your applicator. I've never tried to use them twice. I totally have brushes, and I just didn't want to use them, obviously, because it's not as artistic, you know? Yeah, so that was my artistic process, and I hope this tutorial helped anybody who was looking to do more artsy things. Oh my god, I should have worn my artsy sweater when I was doing this. This is what I'm doing as Artsy Ray. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Please leave a like and please subscribe to my channel for more artsy videos from Ray. Yeah, and that's basically it. Bye guys! I hate myself. I'm so sorry. I don't know why I did that. I don't know why I did that. Yeah, please subscribe to, Abby. Their channel is awesome. They also do gaming videos. I mean, I've been trying, like, I do gaming videos. Yeah. I don't know what I'm doing with my life. I was like, I'm gonna clean my room. I'm gonna pack some more shit. You know, because you can see that awesome moving box in the background. I was gonna pack some more shit, but then I was like, you know what? Let's do an art. It smells like hairspray everywhere. I have a whole thing of alcohol here. I mean, it's hard cider, but I feel like every video I make is just me drinking alcohol and doing stupid shit. Usually with Kristen. Today I'm alone. I'm not alone in my heart, though. So thank you for watching this. I don't know why I did this. I mean, I thought it'd be funny. I don't think it's gonna turn out that funny. It was a fun idea in my head, and then I actually did it, and I was like, this is just gonna be annoying. But, you know, if you enjoyed it, let me know, because that'll make me feel not like a loser for at least 5 minutes. This is a tampon. Yep. I'm gonna put things here now. In this area. They're right there, hopefully. Kill me. Oh shit, I hate myself.